Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson JAZ.4.1 on the 12-bar blues. So here we're going to be investigating some common jazz forms, and starting with the blues. The blues originated in the southeastern United States in areas of great poverty towards the beginning of the 20th century. So we're looking at Mississippi area, that Delta region, Texas, Appalachia, and there are a number of influences on the genre. Its exact origins are shrouded in history because in areas of great poverty, you don't have a lot of people recording exactly what's going on. But we definitely see influence from traditional African American music as well as ragtime. The lyrics express a wide variety of emotions and scenarios, and many were more risque than would have been allowed in the distributed popular music of the time. A lot of sexual topics, a lot of uh, equality and women's rights topics that you wouldn't have found in your standard popular music that was being distributed and performed for proper audiences. Often you see an AAB form in the lyrics and melodic construction where you have an idea, you repeat it, and then you have something else. Probably the most famous tune is St. Louis Blues, popularized by W.C. Handy, and the chorus goes, I hate to see the evening sun go down. I hate to see the evening sun go down, 'cause my baby, he done left this town. So you have an idea, you repeat it, and then usually the last line, your B line, kind of explains the first two. Why do you hate the evening sun going down? Because your sweetheart left town. Like, yeah, that sucks. Um, so likewise, the music that accompanies this often will also take an A, modified A, B form. In its most basic and early form, you'll just use three chords: your one chord, your four chord, and your five chord, all of which we slap a dominant seventh on top of. So if we're in C, for instance, start 4 bars, then we go to our four chord, back to our one chord, then 5, 4, so 4, then 1, and then we go back and do it again. But as the blues developed, performers started adding in some embellishments to these three chords, and you would dress things up with some more 2-5-1s. So here's a intermediate form where we've added some stuff in. So we'll go through and explain what's going on. So we start with the 1, then we go to 4, just break up that first line a little bit. 4 ones in a row is a lot. Go back to 1, and then we're going to put a 2-5 heading towards 4. So a 2 of 4, a 5 of 4, heading to 4. If you think about 4, that is your 1, 2, 5, 1. So that would look like, sorry, we're coming to 1, 4, back to 1, and then we have 2, 5, stay on our 4, we go back to our 1, and now our 2-5-1, we kick that back, so 5 of 2. So we have our 1, and then we tonicize our 2. That would be and then another 2-5 to bring us back around. And this extra 2-5 at the end is referred to as a turnaround because it propels us back towards the beginning. So as bebop came on the scene in the 1950s, things got faster. People were trying to show off, be as virtuosic and complicated as possible. And so our progressions get even spicier. So here are 2 examples from bebop tunes. So up here, I have the chord symbols up top and the Roman numerals below, so we can kind of see what's going on in 2 different ways. So this is from Billy's Bounce. So we start on our 1 chord, we're in F here, and then we go to 4, but we have this diminished passing chord. And if we look at the voice leading, we have B flat, D, F, A flat. Sorry, where was I? B flat, D, F, A flat, and then B diminished 7, B, D, F, A flat. So the only thing that changes is the root B flat up to B going to C in the bass here. So that's why that's going on there. So we start with our F7, and then we have then 2, 5 going to 4. That same chromatic passing diminished 7 up here, going back to 1. And then we have a chain of 2 5s. So we have 2, 5, 2, 5, 1. And I'm not sure why it says of 4, because that should be of 2, because it's going to a 2 here. So we have, what do we have? We have an A minor 7, flat 9, going to regular D7, going to G 7, and then minor major 7, B flat to B natural to C, that same B flat B, C, rising line, to a C sus, to a 1, and then we have a turnaround at the end extended with a to a 2. So that's what's going on here. Here's a tune called Bird, and we have a lot of major 7s instead of dominant 7s. That's an option you can take. Over here we have a series of 2 5s going all the way from 7 down to 4. Scale degree 7 to 4, so that's halfway around a whole tritone. So we're in E flat here, major. And then we have we end up on 4, major 7. And then we have 2 5. That's a little bit deceptive, where we have, and it sounds like we're going to go to G flat, but instead we go to E flat. Back to our 1, and then we have another 2 5 that's heading towards flat 2, but we end up on natural 2 instead. So again, a little bit deceptive there. Like, is that really a C flat 7? Yes, it is. And then we expect to go there, but instead we go ooh. So that's a little fancy. And one of the reasons why that works, and again, I'm not. Oh, I know why this says a 4, because that goes with the ones above. I just figured that out. It's like, I don't think past Mr. Clark would have made that many mistakes. Okay, so maybe I could space those lines out a little bit more. But okay, so we have our C flat 7, which is C flat, E flat, G flat, B double flat, going to an F minor 7. So F, A flat. So our A, B double flat goes down to A flat, G flat goes down to F, E flat stays on E flat, C flat comes up to C. So either we have a common tone or everything is moving by half step. So very smooth voice leading, that's why it works. And then we have a 2 5, and then we have a even more extended turnaround. 2 2 2 5. And the reason I say that is we just have a bunch of minor 7s, which feel like 2s, but the root motion is the same as we'd expect. Da, da, da. Everything's moving by fifths. So that's what we got going on here. I'd recommend listening to these two tunes, see how that sounds in context, but this is kind of why things work. You can also have blues in minor, which would be a similar sort of thing. Here we start with the minor 6. You can have apply to 4, 4 minor 7, back to minor 6. And then this isn't, necessarily what all of them do, but, you have flat 6 dominant 7, going down a half step to a 5 7, back to a 1 minor 6, turn around back to the beginning. So it's the same basic idea where we have tonic, a subdominant, tonic, dominant D sorts of things, tonic E sorts of things. And you can embellish your own as desired. So that's what we got going on here. See you next time for some more forms.